What's up? Here's 20 things you didn't know about hypixel housing. Most of you know if you copy something with Pro Tools and then go to paste it, it'll paste based on where you're standing. However, if you use the paste tool, you actually paste based on where you click. While the lines on the scoreboard look almost identical, one is created by using the and color code, giving the empty space a strike through, while the other starts with the strike through and just adds a few dashes. While on 1.8 this looks normal, on later versions, here's the difference. You can actually customize the cookie items. I have 3 different items here and they all act as a cookie. Obviously, because I'm the owner, I can't give cookies to myself, but there's the message in chat for all 3. And yes, this is a no block. And I don't know what this says, but I really hope it's not bad. The housing egg hunt item is actually very old. It was introduced in Hypixel's 2019 Easter event, and here's the section in the post that talked about it. From what I've heard, you had to complete challenges or purchase a specific package, but until Housing Plus was released, there was no way to get it. You can move the carpenter around by doing the set carpenter location command. In the change team stat action, if you don't specify a team, it'll act on the team that you are currently on. If I change my team to red and click here, the red stat for kills will go up. In this NPC, I have a conditional, and inside the conditional, I have one action in the if and else actions. In the if, I have it run a message that says if, and the else is a message that sends else. This conditional has no conditions, however, it will always run the if. So if there are no conditions, it'll always run if. Adding on to that, we have another NPC with a conditional and a message. Inside this conditional, so like we talked about before, it will run the if actions. And in the if actions, we have a pause execution for 10 ticks, or about half a second. We then send a message that says hello, and then we should wait another 20 ticks, or a second, before running the rest of the code, which is here, another message that says bye. This is most likely a bug, but it will actually skip this second pause execution and only count for the first one. If I click on this, it'll wait a second and send both at the exact same time. A lot of people don't notice, but if you actually world edit the egg hunt items, you can world them away and they will keep the particle effects that emitted on them. For different eggs, it shows different particle effects, and I do think that when the house re-instances, these particles do go away. I have a custom menu here that has an item that when you click on it, teleports the player to their invoker's location. Doing this will actually close the current menu, as any teleports at all will close your current menu. Using Pro Tools, you can create floating water and lava. You can do this by going inside of a water or lava source, selecting a position, position 2, copying it, and then pasting it, and it won't flow anywhere. Relatively new is the function run command. If you run /function space run and then a function, it will trigger on yourself. And this is indeed a function. I have an NPC that triggers the exact same function. And if I go to delete that function, it'll still actually trigger. If I click on him now, it still sends the message. It's not until the house re-instances where the function will not work. I've set my nick to Stanley939. And you can actually de-nick a player by having them start a parkour and then end it. While it does say my nick in chat, if I do such parkour leaderboards, it will show my actual IGN. In 2019, housing actually went down for maintenance. They were reworking some stuff that managed the house, and this is the only time in history where housing was down. For scheduled maintenance, at least. On July 13th, on a forum post, Colonel Linfoot talked about a little bit on the back end on how housing works. With this, he said that there are over 7 million houses that exist on housing. We're currently at the height limit right now, and as you can see, we cannot place any blocks past this. I found this out when I ran the r/place event in housing, but if you use Pro Tools to select the block above the max, you can actually still set blocks here, but you still can't build anywhere around it. In IKEA, in the housing lobby, there are multiple furniture labeled as coming soon. They've been like this for years and have never been released publicly. It's really weird because they're right here, they exist and they're obviously created. So I'm not sure why they're actually not implemented, but it's still kind of interesting to look at. Housing Plus advertises that increase your plot size to 255 by 255 by 255. This is actually not true, and today as we're recording this, Connor Linfoot, the main developer for Housing, confirmed that it's indeed 256 on all sides, except for height. I forgot to record the 20th one, but anyways, if you do the math for how many stat-related actions you can do, including in inventory layouts, item actions, events, functions, and more, it'd come out to a total of over 435 million stat changes. That is insane. This video was super fun to make. I want to thank all the people who helped me with finding these ideas. If you want to see a part 2, let me know.